about to end this man's whole career.
Hi.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting
Leave me alone!
Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the
Bakugo has explosive Black Air Force energy, and after this display of fully unleashed and enhanced ignorance he just put on, I'm dubbing this man Bakugo as an honorary YN who's invited to the cookout, just like Luca or Austin Reeves, cause he aight with me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, maybe I got ahead of myself just a little bit. I'm tripping, but y'all get the point. Bakugo is that guy. But hey, let me not even waste no more time, bro. We gotta get straight into the action. Run that intro.
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
Shinra Tensei.
I got loyalty.
Alright, so we pick up right where we left off, and our boy Deku is still stuck in an absolute deadlock with Shigaraki, and All Might's doing even worse. Mans is getting violated in 8K Ultra HD on this worldwide Twitch stream, cause All For One is giving a grown man uppies like a toddler, hoisting him in the air like an NBA Finals trophy, while simultaneously working on splitting this man in two like a footlong at Subway, and it's bad. He out there looking like he just got that prime ass cast treatment, because the soul has been completely sucked out of this man. His face is expressionless. Everybody's just bawling their eyes out. And just as it looks like All Might's about to be put on the t-shirt and sent back to the gulag expeditiously, we hear a sudden explosion go off in the distance, revealing that another player has just re-entered the MHA Final War server, and it's no one else other than the Crashout King, Bakugo. And this man's aura was so strong that it shifted the entire weather forecast, cause we ain't seen sunlight in My Hero Academia since like season 6. But as soon as Bakugo pulled up, all that changed. Mans made sure he got some clean ass IG flicks fresh off the reboot too, and all it took was one look between him and Deku to activate their observation hockey, letting Bakugo know exactly what time it is and what was going on, cause these boys are locked. Just like a green light, Bakugo is on go, and he immediately shows off his Jamaran vert, elevating and activating explosion mid-air to straight up W key Deku and Shigaraki. Meanwhile, Deku used Black Whip to create some distance between him and Shiggy, whipping this man like a Silento song, all while Bakugo is darting at Deku like a missile, linking up with his dap that was so clean. I'm surprised that motherfucker ain't have impact frames. And just like they worked at Chick-fil-A, these boys started serving combos. Deku whips Bakugo in a circle, activating both Gear Shift and Black Whip, saying, "Gear Shift, second gear." And even with Bakugo in the mix now, Shiggy's just talking crazy, saying, "He'll never make it. You must know that, right? Your disgraced hero is at death's door." But Deku wasn't trying to hear none of that. He was just like,
Shut the fuck up, nigga, watch this goddamn combo.
and with the hopes and desperate prayers of everybody coming in, and all the flashbacks flooding his mental, Bakugo's explosions start burning so hot, they legit turn from egg yolk yellow to big pot blue. And he taps into his inner All Might to burn even hotter, and go faster and further beyond, creating rainbow waves of explosions, snatching All Might from All For One's clutches, just like Lil Baby snatched Jack Doherty's chain, saving All Might while simultaneously slashing off one of All For One's arms, making dog twins with Edward Elric. And what makes this even more beautiful is that this is a full circle moment, cause Bakugo still blamed himself for indirectly ending All Might because he got captured, which forced All Might to use the remains of his Ember to defeat All For One way back in season 3. And the fact that he's the one who ultimately ends up saving All Might's life now, bro, the writers were cooking. Alright y'all, real quick before we get into the rest of the video, I've gotta talk to y'all about today's video sponsor, Polybuzz. Polybuzz is an AI chat app where you can have fun, interactive, and engaging conversations with a variety of characters. Even some from your favorite shows like My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Solo Leveling, and much more. Like y'all, peep this. We all just saw that JJK just dropped their first trailer for the Culling Game arc. And we saw the boy Yuta Okochu looking like a certified demon. And with Polybuzz, I can legit have a conversation with bro right now, just picking his brain, asking what's going on in his head, legit about anything I want. And another great thing about Polybuzz is you can basically build whatever character you want after a quick setup period. So y'all boys, basically, your imagination's the limit. And Polybuzz is also available on Chrome, so don't hesitate to share it with your friends. And with over 40 million downloads worldwide, Polybuzz is a must-have app to unleash your creativity. So bro, What are you waiting for? Download Polybuzz via the link in the description today and use my personal code Huncho to unlock premium features on sign up. And thanks again to Polybuzz for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into it. And this is crazy. Deku's in shock, but not more than All Might, cause bro can't believe Bakugo can move, let alone use his quirk in the condition he's in. Young Bakugo, your arm, are you alright? I should ask you that. You look like hell, old man. And it's revealed that Edshot made Bakugo cough up the remainder of the blood that had internally pulled up in his chest, and did what he could to mend Bakugo's damaged organs and bones using his quirk. The repairs Edshot made will hold, but each breath Bakugo takes is gonna feel like he's getting hit dead on with the pump shotgun to the chest. And Bakugo thanks Edshot for bringing him back from the dead, saving his life. But Edshot was just like, nah gang, all I did was a patch job. Coming back to life was all you, cause thanks to Bakugo's quirk, the nitroglycerin-filled sweat that seeped into his bloodstream jump-started this man's heart like a car battery. So before he goes to run the ones with this younger version of All For One, All Might calls over Bakugo, transferring the remainder of his armored All Might nanosuit to Bakugo to use as a splint, since his arm got busted up dealing with Shigaraki early, and calls him by his hero name, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite. And bro, the way Dog was genuinely cheesing ear to ear off this, I know the feeling. This was just like finding a gold scar in the chest during the early days of Fortnite. An unmatched sense of joy. And at this point, only two words come to my mind. Gordon Ramsay. Cause this man Bakugo was about to cook. So we come back over to All For One, who's floating in the sky. And Brody is pissed. Like, I ain't even think it was humanly possible to have this many veins busting out your forehead. Like, twin, you good? Now what? Do I finish All Might before I leave? No, he'll have to wait. I've come this far. I'll take one for all and my brother first. To do that, I need to conquer Tomura's rebellious mind completely. This is making my blood boil. I've planned everything. The winds should be blowing in my favor. So why do the gears seem to be slipping out of place? So you still think I'm some weak-ass side character, huh? Forgetting someone? Where the fuck you think you going? I'm the final boss. Got it, you social security merchant? Now shut up and take this blast to the face, all Diddy. In a millisecond, this man Bakugo started moving at the speed of light to flash step All For One, stopping his main theme like he was Aizen, then proceeded to take the top off this man like Gunna, giving All For One the Jogo treatment, blasting him through every floor of this skyscraper, and got All For One looking up at him from the basement. An explosion is making every muscle fiber in Bakugo's body ache, but he knows now ain't the time to succumb to pain. It's time to put in work. And that move Bakugo just pulled was so tough. Even Deku and Shigaraki had to take a timeout to glaze, and this inspired them to finally quit watching and start running the fade. I've managed to keep my distance and get through this using the fort's power. But how do I deal with him when he regenerates and can kill me with one touch? It seems impossible, but I've got to figure out an answer soon. Once I activate Gear Shift, there's no turning back. This next activation will be my last. And in the very next frame, we see the iconic 4-way Go Beyond panel of everybody geared up ready to squabble. And this is tough! To me, the manga panel is still more gassed and has a little more detail, but I can't even hold you. It's still hard as hell regardless. Got these boys out here looking like they finna release 120% of their latent potential like Yuji, Todo, and Mahito. Straight heat! Where you going, Gramps? Did that last hit finally knock the dementia into your old ass? You're dealing with me, remember? And at this point, All For One is ducking all smoke related to Bakugo. Cause right now, going up against bro is scarier than facing the season 3 John Wick. Mans is doing the digital dash, doing everything in his power to get away from Dog. Internally tweaking out cause Bakugo literally has his man sweating bullets like a fat kid in recess. But getting away is gonna be a tall task cause
I've got you in my sights.
I get it now. It's the pain caused by the sweat drops I collected on my palms as they race through my body, the pain when they explode, the placement, the intervals. I can use all that to time my secondary explosions. Because throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the explosive one.
This world shall know pain.
Hmm? Are those fireworks or just Angel Reese getting shots up? Neither. I'm going too fast.
This nigga is crazy.
Yeah. Bakugo has completely lost it. Bro is legit styling and aura farming on the strongest villain in history, tumbling on the freeway, crashing through heli skyscrapers. But I can't even be mad at bro, cause he's unlocked his flow state. Like, who does bro think he is? The fate of the world is on the line, and Mass is happy as can be, just having the time of his life, recreating Metro Boomin album covers, all while hawking down All For One. Then Bakugo proceeds to crash through this skyscraper, got the beam pointed at All For One's dome, fully prepared to switch him down, cause the second All For One thought he got away, Bakugo just said,
I'm gonna get you, running from his dick boot, fucking on a shih tzu.
Boom.
and just blew on this man like some hot food.
Chat, clip that.
And I'm not even gonna hold y'all, Bakugo might really be third cousins with Gojo or something. Cause not only is Bakugo moving like the honored one, getting deep in his bag, but Mans is gaining limitless amounts of aura through this fight alone, which is all being live streamed to the masses in 8K Ultra HD. And All For One is getting cooked so bad right now, he's legit having war flashbacks of him dealing with his op from decades ago. Kudo, who has a slight resemblance to Bakugo, and held his hand out to his younger brother Yoichi and essentially put everything in motion. And this directly mirrors how Deku just held his hand out to Bakugo to kick off this curb stomping. So word to G Herbo and Juice WRLD, All For One is suffering from a mean case of PTSD. And during this time, Dog is completely out of it, not paying attention at all. And this is rule 101 of off-ball movement in basketball. If your defender not paying attention, on me, you better be cutting backdoor for the easy bucket. And that's exactly what Bakugo did, cause All For One looks up just to see
You are nothing!
burning All For One to a crisp, and got gang out there looking like an unlockable character, sending him crashing through this skyscraper, moving this man all the way to Mozambique.
Bro, no, not that one.
But anyways, All For One gets up and says,
The thing that I hate the most is you. That's right. All of this is your fault. Kudo!
you finally went senile, you crusty old bastard, cause that ain't me, Unk. It's BK, fuck nigga, Big Kachan, not the little one, and I'm about to have it my way. And this was the final straw, cause word to Janae Aiko, All For One's PTSD is
Trigger! Wanna see your face?
Oh, hell no.
I'm crying. Bakugo literally blasted the generational trauma out of bro, cause the whole next half of the following episode is solely dedicated to All For One's backstory. And it's sad, cause All For One and Yoichi were legit set up to fail from the start.
My mom is kind of homeless.
They don't know their dad. These people were trying to help her out. But nah, Shorty was legit chugging 6-packs of Bud Light while pregnant. Like, what? If I was this couple, I would've had CPS on the line so fast. And on top of all that, All For One was on his ride wave type of timing in the womb, hogging all the food. So Yoichi barely got any nourishment. And do y'all wanna know what the cherry on top of all of this was? Mama All For One ain't even get to see the light of day, cause bro literally drained the life force from her. And there's nobody around to grab her reboot card either, so it's GG's. The show ain't even bothered to mention where they dad was either, so these boys was orphaned at birth, forced to get it out the mud themselves. And I just wanna take a second to call out the ridiculous amount of cap my hero is throwing in our faces right now. Cause bro, you telling me 2 babies, fresh out the womb, were able to survive on their own?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
But anyways, I just want y'all to look at how deviously this Coco Melon hellspawn of a child was moving. All For One's gotta be no more than 4 or 5 years old right here. And this man is already out catching bodies like prime line of roads. And all you gotta do is take one look at this kid's face to see that something is off with this dude's mental. So we dive into All For One's backstory a little more and learn that since birth, he's been arrogant and greedy, believing everything in the world belonged to him, including his younger twin brother, Yoichi, who he views as his personal property. And all throughout his childhood, All For One was moving like a King Von disciple, hitting licks, finessing quirks, and slamming out his ops at the most minor of inconveniences. And Yoichi realizes what his brother's doing is wrong, and he tries steering him down the right path. Brother, stop this! Don't hurt him! What you're doing is bad!
Hey, Yoichi.
Huh?
What do you do to a soccer ball?
So So as time passes, Yoichi develops a love for superhero comics and wants to share this love with All For One, showing how the hero fights for good and is loved by everyone for saving the day. But instead of rocking with the hero, this twisted sicko All For One sees how shiesty the bad guy in the story was moving and decided, oh yeah, that's all me. I'ma become the demon lord of this world. So we fast forward 3 years later and we find out the extent of the villainy All For One has come to. Cause on some random Tuesday night in Terabithia, bro just appears in the sky glowing like a Fortnite chest, telling Yoichi he just went and slimed out the glowing baby, stealing his quirk. And before y'all even ask, yes, that glowing baby, the first person to ever manifest a quirk.
Oh my goodness!
Nah, bro. This exceeds even Kendrick Lamar levels of hating and pettiness. Cause man, what? All For One saw that the glowing baby had too much motion, 10 million followers on all social platforms, and was like,
mods ban that guy and blow up his house.
So fast forward a couple more years, and the fact that Yoichi is a weakling is something that All For One absolutely hates. Even though his bum ass is the reason that his younger brother is the way he is in the first place, but I digress. And because he thought Yoichi was quirkless, All For One ended up forcefully giving his brother the quirk stockpile, which would allow him to accumulate power. But what bro didn't know was, Yoichi already had a quirk, Bestow, but it was so weak and underdeveloped that All For One couldn't even sense it. And Bestow was a quirk that allowed Yoichi to pass his power on to others. So with Stockpile and Bestow working as a dynamic duo like Prime Shaq and Kobe, this man All For One ended up unintentionally creating One For All, which I find fucking hilarious, bro. This man is ultimately gonna be defeated, all because he decided to be a capital D for dickhead and start trolling all them years back. LOL, bro. Karma is crazy, gang. So we come back to the present with Bakugo and All For One just to see the Demon Lord still tweaking out like a Playboy Cardi fanboy. Cause even after all these years of preparation, bro was not ready for the moment. The lights were brighter than expected. All For One was just like,
No, get those lights off! Off! Turn them off, they're too bright, turn them off!
And all of this is happening as this Japanese NBA Youngboy variant, Bakugo, is just posted up midair, posing like Itachi. Hey, I don't even feel no type of sympathy for bro. It is 100% All For One's fault he's getting cooked like this. Bro should have been out in the streets grinding and not holed up in isolation. Cause this new generation of YNs is built different, Bakugo included. And Bakugo's mom tapped in on the comms and asked, son, did you do the dishes? And bro just grinned and said, 2025 Klay Thompson. And Bakugo's mom just smiled, cause she already knew All For One was finna get washed. But hey, quick side note, y'all can make all the ni hao, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy, you're washed Klay Thompson jokes, y'all won't. That man is on the back end of his career after winning 4 chips, and he bagged Meg, the fucking stallion. Hey twin, I don't even blame you. I wouldn't give a fuck about hooping no more either. She easily got one of the top 5 builds of all time. And that's facts. But anyways, at this point, All For One realizes with each passing second, the scales are tipping less and less in his favor. Cause his rewind quirk is still active, so he just keeps getting younger and younger. So bro's gotta act fast before he becomes completely useless. And bro's plan is to finally stop conserving his remaining strength, which he was initially saving for the transfer with Shigaraki. But now's not the time to be worrying about that. It's time to go all out. He's coming.
Omni Factor Unleash! All For One goals. Each power I have utilized for a single purpose. Victory!
Brother,
Yeah. So essentially, All For One decided to be on this big X the plug type of time in life. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been on my fat shit eating all of the food up at Target, regardless. Turning into the world's chubbiest entity, so now Dave Blunts can finally be laid to rest. And Bakugo's just looking at this junk mad confused. Like, bro, how am I supposed to fight this monstrosity of flesh? Dog really out there looking like Mr. Oliva's girlfriend from Baki on steroids.
Yuzuka, don't worry. I won't get in your way anymore.
So All For One's Goodyear blimp of deformed human flesh takes off, looking like a Bomber Bill missile straight out of Super Mario Bros, darting right at Bakugo, and All Might's begging for him to get out the way.
Please, blow up. Damn it! Explode!
Dad, fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff.
Huh? What was that? I know I didn't see him fire off any attacks.
So as All For One goes crashing down to the ground, it's revealed that since the rain is taking away some of Bakugo's explosive power, he had to improvise. So he coated his explosive sweat in his normal sweat, then sent those sweat droplets flying through the air at All For One without setting them off, with the goal of triggering remote detonations upon impact. And this worked to perfection, cause Bakugo head tapped this man like he was playing Duck Duck Goose and got him looking goofy. And some of Bakugo's sweat drops even went into All For One's mouth, so now bro was even more chopped than before. And at this point, it's all gas, no brakes. Like they might as well make room for my boy on a periodic table, cause he is in his element. Charging up, prepping for his next onslaught, all while remembering the advice All Might gave him. And All For One's just yelling at the top of his lungs about how he can't be stopped because this is his story, and how Bakugo is just an extra that needs to die. Not even trying to hide the fact that he's terrified anymore, because Bakugo just slapped the fear of God into this man like he was a hype beast. So All For One continues to yap, but just like a Lil Pump song in 2025, Bakugo wasn't listening to that shit and just said,
"Howitzer!"
just booms this man. And All Might's jaw's on the floor, cause he can't believe what he's witnessing right now. And I can't either. Bakugo was just like,
"You thought I was done, old head? Nah, on everything I love, you a fake demon. On Big UA, the streets don't fear you no more, You thought you was a demon? Well, I'm a demon in Fortnite, buddy, and you just got boxed like a fish. Now go to hell."
And I don't even know how to describe this cinematic masterpiece of a fade Bakugo just ran. Shit was more hectic than an NBA YoungBoy concert, and All For One is absolutely perplexed, cause bro just got his shit punched on, and he got nuked for like the 5th time too. Bro, All For One is low-key buns. Man's legit has every quirk he's ever accumulated over decades at his disposal, and he's still getting worked by a high schooler with one quirk. And mind you, Bakugo was just dead not even 10 minutes ago. Bro's really a 99 overall with no badges or grasp on the fundamentals. Just straight ass. So the smoke finally clears just for us to see that Bakugo's inflicted enough damage on All For One to rewind him into a whole ankle biter. Turned him into this goo goo gaga ass baby who can't do anything but crawl. And sorry but not sorry, bro, this baby is ugly.
You need to leave.
But anyways, Bakugo pulls up on 10 toes, standing on business, ready to finish the job and pack up the Demon Lord once and for all, using the last ounces of his strength to see this through, and refuses to fall. But baby All For One had one last trick up his sleeve, shooting his dagger from his mouth. And from this angle, it looks like Bakugo just got Swiss cheesed and straight up speared. But Dog caught the spear with his mouth, shatters it, and says, booming this man for the final time, rewinding All For One all the way back into an embryo until he finally disappears forever.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
And Bakugo collapses from his injuries, but bro was not going outside. He has his fist raised high to the sky, paying homage to All Might by using his signature emote, signaling to the world that his job is done, and passes the baton off to Deku, who's still gotta win the biggest fight of his life. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that sub button, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload, cause I'ma be serving up mad new content all December and beyond. Cause yes, consistent Huncho is finally here, and I'm here to stay, so let's keep going strong. And y'all go do me a favor, go follow me on Twitch so you can chop it up with me when I go live, and sub up to the second channel for even more new content. Oh, and tap in with me and follow me on TikTok. I'ma get back to posting IRL content on there along with the normal videos, so you don't want to miss nothing. If you haven't already, join the Discord to stay updated on everything. All links are gonna be down in the description. And as always, I appreciate the support here on the main channel. I couldn't do none of this without y'all, so thank you. We still on the road to 200K, and we should be hitting that this month, so stay tuned in. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Be smooth.